Where is the justice for little Dulce Maria Alavez? Welcome back to my world here on YouTube. I'm your host, Moises Beauchamp Jr., and today we're talking about the justice for little Dulce Maria Alavez.
One of the last videos of Dulce Maria Alavez shows the 5-year-old going for a swim. It was recorded just a few weeks before she mysteriously vanished in September of 2019. The female voice behind the camera is Dulce's mom, Noema.
I missed her. I miss her a lot. She's sweet. She's caring. She always used to smile.
The shy, soft-spoken 20-year-old has kept a low profile over the last few months. How are you doing?
I'm holding on.
Noema and her mom are opening up about the case, hoping that someone comes forward with information. Although she's bilingual, Noema finds it easier to express herself in Spanish, so I interviewed her in both languages. There's a lot that's been going on in your life. What have those 9 months been like?
It's been hard knowing that my daughter hasn't come back.
From the moment Dulce disappeared, all eyes focused on the family, especially on Noema.
I felt bad because it's my own daughter. I would never do something to hurt her.
The people closest to the child are always looked at and interviewed for a lot of different reasons.
FBI Special Agent Daniel Garabrandt is an East Coast leader for the FBI's Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team, which is assisting the Bridgeton City Police and the New Jersey State Police with the investigation.
You really learn the most from the people that are closest to the victim.
What is the relationship that you have?
We stay in touch with them and they stay in touch with us.
Pero ellos siempre me dicen, tenga paciencia, señora, no le digo cómo me piden eso. Yo la verdad, yo estoy bien angustiada de no saber nada de ella. Siempre lo mismo, no sabemos nada.
But it was the court of public opinion and the thousands of comments from strangers on social media accusing the family of staging Dulce's kidnapping that left them feeling sad, angry, and fearing for their safety.
Al principio yo sí miraba, pero ahora ya no veo, porque eso me pongo muy mal. Digo, ¿cómo es posible que la gente está buscando sin conocer, sin saber la verdad?
When you hear those attacks towards you, how does that make you feel?
Mad, sad.
Why?
Because they're saying things that is not true.
It's still an extremely active investigation. And the family has been very cooperative.
Why do you feel that it's important that the community knows that?
Well, I think it's important because if the community somehow believes that a family was involved, they might not actually be looking. They might not think it's as important to find Dulce.
September 16th of 2019. Walk me through that day. So you picked up Dulce. Where did you pick her up?
Her bus stop.
According to Noema, she and her parents took turns meeting Dulce at the bus stop near their home in the city of Bridgeton, an enclave of mostly Latino immigrants in southern New Jersey. Did you go straight to the park?
No.
What did you do?
I went and picked her up from the bus stop. After that, we went to the house. And I told her to get changed. She wanted to go to the park. She said yes, so she got changed and we went to the park.
Noema, her sister Camila, Dulce, and her little brother Manuel headed to Bridgeton City Park. Who wanted to stop for ice cream?
I told them if they wanted ice cream because I remember that day was hot. I told them, so I was on my way to the park and we went back. So I went to the gas station.
Surveillance video shows the family inside the Sunoco convenience store buying ice cream just before 4 p.m.
A veces yo pienso que a lo mejor sí estaban siguiendo a ella o fue casualidad.
They arrived at the park just after 4.
It's parked over there.
Right here, right next to this building?
Yeah. She came down and she went walking. She went running all the way towards the park.
Noema, who was pregnant at the time, told investigators that she stayed in the car checking a lottery ticket and helping her sister with homework, while Dulce and Manny played by the swings 30 yards away. Is that something that you normally let them do?
No.
Why did you let them do that day?
It was too hot.
She admits to losing track of the children for several minutes.
But when I put my head up, I couldn't see them no more. I went down the car and I went and looked for them. And I just found my son there.
What was he doing?
He was crying.
And was he able to say anything?
No, I just told him, where's your sister? He just pointed behind the buildings. Some houses that they're there at the park.
Noema says she looked around the utility storage units next to the playground and also called her family to come help her. But there was no sign of Dulce anywhere. She panicked and called 911 just before 5 p.m.
911, where's your emergency?
I can't find my daughter.
Okay, when was the last time you seen her?
We were here at the park and people said that somebody took her.
Okay. How old is she?
She's 5 years old.
Okay, and what park are you at?
Here in Christian Park.
¿Qué pasó en ese momento?
Llegaron muchas personas a buscarla, pero no la encontraron.
Yo fui corriendo al parque, yo llegué al parque y era verdad, ya estaban los policías ahí. Entonces yo dije, Dulce, ¿dónde está? Empecé a gritar, pero empecé a meter en el bosque. La policía me dijo que no, que me saliera de ahí porque ya venían los perros, me dijo.
A massive search of the 1,100-acre park ensued, lasting well into the night. The FBI's team arrived the next day.
They told us the FBI was involved, and I thought they were going to find her fast.
It wasn't until after 10 p.m. on September 17th, more than 24 hours after Dulce disappeared, that an Amber Alert was issued, stating that she was abducted, possibly by a Hispanic man driving a red van with tinted windows and a sliding side door. The information, according to authorities, came from a child witness who was near the playground at the time.
They just said that a kid saw when she went running in the back and she saw her car, and that's it.
And they think that someone took her.
Yeah.
Are you able to say why an Amber Alert wasn't issued sooner?
In this particular case, we didn't have that information that met the criteria for almost 24 hours before it was put out.
Alguien la tuvo que llevar porque ella nunca caminaba solita. Por favor.
In the days and weeks that followed, Dulce's family did countless interviews with local and national media. Members of the community organized vigils, and the family, along with hundreds of volunteers, started doing their own searches of the park and the surrounding area. The reward grew to $75,000.
I played in that park. I was a lifeguard in that park.
Tamara Williams, who grew up in Bridgeton but now lives in West Virginia, says she reached out to her contacts in New Jersey.
Bring Dulce home.
And also began selling bracelets similar to these.
Missing since September 16, 2009.
She says she eventually raised enough money to have Dulce's photograph placed on a giant billboard.
Just so close to home that it just broke my heart, and I had to do something. I couldn't just sit here and not. This little girl is somebody's child.
As thousands of tips came in and the search intensified, Dulce's family remained under the microscope. Who did they interview?
Me, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister.
You did agree to take a lie detector test? And did you get the results of that? Is that common to not share the results with the person who took the test?
Investigatively, I can't really get into too many details, but that's not uncommon.
And I'll just ask you point blank, did you have anything to do with your daughter's disappearance?
Never. I always loved her.
The attention turned to the little girl's father, who now lives in Mexico.
Sí me amenazaba unas cuantas veces de eso.
Dulce's grandparents are her legal guardians. Norma says that at one point, the girl's father threatened to fight for custody of his daughter.
Le dije estaba bien, que si quería que fuéramos al corte para que el juez decidiera, estaba bien que compartíamos el custodia de Dulce, o que si ellos dijeran que se quedara con la niña, que estaba bien, pero teníamos que ir al corte, le dije.
We reached out to his family, but did not get a response.
¿Cree usted que tal vez su papá de ella tuvo algo que ver?
La verdad no sé, a veces siento que sí, pero a veces digo no creo que será capaz hacer una cosa así, pues.
¿Él estaba en la vida de Dulce? ¿Tener una relación?
Nomás cuando estaba pequeña, un tiempo nomás, como unos 3 meses convivió con ella, después se fue.
Pero Dulce sí, los conoce bien, una tía y los tíos y el papá sí los conocía bien.
Have any of the family members been ruled out?
We never say from an investigative point of view someone's 100% in or out. We generally say things like they're cooperative and they're not. And I can tell you that this family, all members of the family have been incredibly cooperative.
On October 15th, Bridgeton police released this sketch of a man described as a Hispanic male with acne who was seen at the park around the same time of the abduction. According to investigators, the information came from a witness who contacted them weeks after Dulce disappeared. The description is similar to the one given by the young witness that led to the Amber Alert.
Is it possible that these witnesses are talking about the same person?
Yes, it is possible that description is consistent, and we have not yet identified who that person was. And the important thing is that they were in close proximity to the playground area that Dulce disappeared from. Based on the information we have, that it was really a crime of opportunity.
According to the FBI, stranger abductions are rare, with only 150 to 200 cases in the U.S. every year. Garabrandt points out that while the offender might be a stranger to the child, he's probably not a stranger to the area.
It's likely that the person that took Dulce, that this wasn't their first time in that area or the first time hanging out at the park.
Is it possible that this individual could be hiding in plain sight?
Absolutely. It's not uncommon for us to see that. Bridgeton is a very close community. I really believe that there are people in the community from there who might have some suspicions or have some ideas that are just afraid to let us know.
And what about the red van mentioned in the Amber Alert?
We do have a red vehicle that matched a description consistent with that. That vehicle has been thoroughly investigated and was in the park for a legitimate reason. At this point, we don't believe that particular red vehicle is involved.
Although the park is not equipped with cameras, investigators say they do have surveillance videos from the surrounding areas.
It's very likely that we have the suspect vehicle on video. I think we have several vehicles where the video quality is fairly poor, so that we may not be able to fully identify that vehicle, which is a big issue for us.
So what should people in the community be looking out for?
We see offenders like this will sometimes change their appearance. They may change the appearance of their vehicles afterwards. Days after the abduction, they might not have showed up to work.
We reached out to the Bridgeton Police Department several times and also went there in person.
He's on vacation.
But the chief was not available. However, he recently stated to local media that investigators continue to follow up on hundreds of leads and that they are considering all scenarios, including that it may have been a stranger abduction.
You do wonder, what's next? Like, what do you have to look out for? Who do you have to look out for? Because if they haven't caught this person, then you don't know what to do.
Sí, por los niños, sí, porque a veces salen afuera sin permiso, aunque le grite uno, no entiende, porque son niños.
Yo no sé si a la persona que se la llevó, no sea padre, no tenga hijos, pero que se quite ese corazón de piedra que tiene y que se arrepienta que se arrepienta y lo vuelvo a repetir, que hable para saber a dónde está la niña.
There was a strange twist in the case earlier this year when someone sent several anonymous letters to different businesses in 2 cities in Ohio and to the former spokesperson for Dulce's family here in New Jersey. The letters reportedly mentioned the case, an interview Dulce's mom did with Dr. Phil, and possibilities of where the little girl could be.
Nothing has come of those letters. We have not identified the source of the letters, but the information that those letters were talking about have not led to any credible information.
Four-year-old Manny is perhaps the one witness who got a good look at the person who took Dulce.
Pues muy difícil, pues la verdad muy difícil porque veo a Manuel, está sin su hermanita porque duerme conmigo. Él se despierta preguntando porque también tengo una foto de Dulce en mi cuarto. Él no habla bien, pero empieza a enseñar la foto de Dulce, dice.
La busca.
Sí, la busca.
Not only is he very young, but according to his grandma, Manny also has a speech impediment and isn't able to communicate clearly.
A veces yo llego en el parque, yo pregunto a mi nietecito, ¿qué fue? ¿Viste algo? Como él no, solamente dice que alguien lo llamó, dice, por la verdad que él no habla bien, pues.
How challenging is that for investigators?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's very difficult because you've got a lot of developmental issues that go on with children and their ability to recall and remember things. What we do is we bring in experts in the field that are very skilled at interviewing children at very young ages.
Were they able to get anything at all from him?
Yeah, I can't get into any details on that.
Sí, él llega hasta donde dice que estaba un papá, dice eso, no sé, eso quiere decir cuando él dice papá es un hombre, es que estaba un papá, dice, le dijo Dulce, ven.
He's a special little boy, and I think that he did a good job.
As days have turned into weeks, months, and now a year later, Dulce's family remains hopeful.
Preguntando todos los días, ¿dónde estará? ¿Qué fue lo que pasó? ¿A dónde estará? ¿Estará comiendo?
Given how much time has passed in this case, realistically speaking, could this child still be alive?
When you look at cases like the Stephen Stainer case out of California, J.C. Dugard, Elizabeth Smart, those are long-term abduction cases, some where the children were taken at a very young age and the children did come home alive. So I think I remain optimistic.
Dulce's picture is everywhere on social media, and most recently in New York City's Times Square. There are now also 3 of those giant billboards in Bridgeton.
Don't give up on her. That my heart aches for them. I don't know how I would handle something like that.
Yo le doy gracias a todas las personas que comparten el foto. Es que agradezco su ayuda de ellos y que no juzgarme tan rápido como hacen las demás gente.
¿Cómo te ha cambiado la vida esta situación?
Mucho.
¿Cómo?
Ya ni puedo salir. Ya no es como antes. Mi vida no es como antes. Casi no puedo disfrutar las cosas así. Con familia bien porque no está ella. Le suplico a esa persona que devuelva a Dulce María. O que si alguien sabe que nos ayuden, por favor. Le suplico a esas personas. Ya, porque ya ha pasado mucho tiempo y nosotros no hemos vivido bien pensando en ello todos los días, preguntando todos los días.
we played tag. And tickle. I miss her.
Pretend like this is Dulce. What do you want to say?
I miss you, Dulce.
Si ella te escucha, si ella ve este video, háblale tú a la cámara como si fuera tu hija. ¿Qué le dijeras?
Es que le extraño mucho y que me perdona por haberla dejado sola. Nunca debí de dejarla sola en el parque, jugando.
Where's the justice for little Dulce Maria Alavez? Where's the justice? Let's keep this little girl in our prayers. There's a lot of questions. You know what I'm saying? A lot of questions. I mean, little Manny, by now, they should have somebody working with him. You know what I'm saying? There's just a lot of questions. With that said, my good peoples, one love, hit that like button, share, keep little Dulce Maria Alavez in your prayers, and I'm saying we can't forget about her, can't forget about her. Kind of crazy how they find this body out in Mexico somewhere in an ice chest. And coincidentally, they name her little Dulce Maria. Go figure. With that said, my good people, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Like, share, subscribe. One love. Peace.